Hey guys, EdogPlays here, bringing you guys another video. Today is going to be Tap Titans 2 part 265. Hope all of you guys are having an absolutely fabulous day. Today is going to be the mid-tournament update. I'm really curious to see what place we're in at the moment. So you guys can see we're at 80,566 max stage. I'm pretty happy with that. So far we've only been in a hybrid build, and I probably plan on keeping the hybrid build. I can show you guys what I'm working with here. I got Shadow Clone hybrid build, but with six Fairy Charm. This has been working really well so far. Honestly, as soon as I did an artifact optimizer, I pushed 100 stages, no problem, without even really realizing it, to be honest with you. And then from there, we did another one, pushed another 100 stages. Like, we've pushed 300 and I think it's about 340 stages so far, and it hasn't been too difficult. Obviously, we're at a wall now because we've pushed well over 100 stages this run, and that's kind of the thing. That's the difference between this build and a push build. I find with the push build, I can probably push further in one go, but the run times are absolutely atrocious, and I'm not getting any relics for it because obviously not as often. So we're gonna go and do a prestige here. We're gonna be 8 out of 99 prestiges, so we haven't done a ton so far, but like I said, we've just been doing those 100 stage pushes every single time. So not every time obviously, but I think we did 5 runs or so of banking, or 4 runs of banking right off the bat. So I'm honestly really happy with how this is going so far. I'm really curious to see what the leaderboards are looking like, because when I got off, I was first place by a couple hundred stages. I think the last guy was at 300 and something. So, but that was when I logged off. It was quite a while ago. Actually, I overslept, and the tournament ends here pretty soon, but I hope to go ahead and get a decent amount more in. If we take a look at the tournament, okay, so we actually don't have to go this far. This is definitely a doable first place. So I got an hour and a half. This is so stressful. I wish I wouldn't have slept in. We have an hour and a half to go ahead and push less than 200 stages. I actually think this may be doable, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go and do an artifact optimizer, and I want to go ahead and start pushing as quick as we possibly can. I wish I would have got a little bit more runs banked, I guess, last night, because I was in the lead, but I didn't, unfortunately. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up a Doom. We're gonna go ahead and pop a Adrenaline Rush and a Power Swipe, and let's get all the perks going here. I know there's only an hour and a half left, but I honestly genuinely think we may be able to do this. And even if we don't, I mean, I can easily push another 60 stages or so I can easily do that. So third place isn't really going to be an issue. This guy's probably still active. Most of these guys are probably still active, the US guy for sure. But we should be able to go ahead and push a decent amount here, and if we get second place, we're gonna get first place anyway. So I think it's either gonna be a third or a first place win here, guys, but I'm really excited. An hour and a half left. It is only the skill points and perks tournament. I guess I say only, it's still an important tournament to win. You want to win all the tournaments obviously, but at least it's not a crafting shard tourney, and I overslept by accident, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and open up our daily chest. We're gonna go ahead and hope to get something decent here. Diamonds, 5 diamonds, actually not too bad. So we'll go ahead and collect that, collect all these guys. And actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about this. I basically spent the entire stream last night perfecting my raid build. So I don't have them actually pulled up. Let me pull up the other one that I want to use here. But if we take a look, we're gonna go ahead and start using some different decks, and I'm probably gonna overwhelm you guys a lot here, but this is what I've been using. So this is basically a dust optimizer, I guess you could call it, but these are gonna be the decks that I'm gonna start using. So as you can see here, we're gonna be using Thriving Plague, Swarm, and Rancid Gas. We're gonna be using that every cycle. That 100% means every cycle. We're gonna be using Fusion Bomb, Grasping Binds, and Prismatic Rift about 80% of the time, and that other 20% we're gonna be swapping with Inspiring Force, depending if there's obviously armor or no armor. Then we got Totem, Purifying Blast, Acid Drench. That is going to be our biggest one, the one that we're going to be using 100% of the time. So that means every cycle. And then this Victory March one, we're going to go ahead and use basically 50-50, depending if it's on the torso or on the head. And then 6% of the time, let's just say, for example, I miss a VM attack, we do have this one. So Clenching Barrage, Ancestral Favor, and Psychic Chain, which is what I currently use now. That is the one I'm going to be doing. But I did the math, comparing it to my old decks that I'm using. We added up the damage and stuff like that, and I'm doing a lot more, not a lot more, I'm doing about 50,000 damage more as it sits right now with these cards or with these decks. But the nice thing is this optimizer tells me what to go and upgrade, and as you guys can see on this column here is the column that I want to follow. So these are the ones that I want to prioritize and upgrade first. So Totem, I'm going to be doing an upgrade as soon as I possibly can. Fusion Bomb is going to be a huge one. I have kind of ignored Fuse, to be honest with you. Haven't really been buying any cards for it or anything like that, and I probably won't buy any cards, but as soon as I get a level up, definitely gonna do that. Now, because I fuse a lot more with these decks, definitely gonna try to prioritize that. Same with Prismatic Rift. That's going to be a good one. Grasping Vines I don't ever use, so that's going to be a good one to go and get. Swarm I use quite a bit. Purifying Blast, Victory March, Thriving Plague, Rancic Acid, yada yada yada. It goes down the list. But I just wanted to show you guys that I'm not going to be doing I'm not going to be doing any raid attacks just yet, because I haven't got everything set up just yet. So we're going to go and leave that for now. But I just wanted to kind of go over that. If you guys haven't used a dust optimizer, I would honestly highly recommend it. This looks very, very complicated. I know. It looks very complicated, but there's literally, it's so easy to get set up. Basically, you get the link and you just make a copy of it. So you would go file, and then you go make a copy. So you have your own copy so you can edit it. Then you just click on this little green cube there and paste your information that you would go ahead and click export here. So then you just paste it in there, and it literally inputs all your levels, everything. And if you just choose here, so I think right off the bat it's going to be on custom. If you choose top damage, it's going to put these decks that I've made because I messed it up. It'll put these decks at the top, and it'll basically tell you now what to upgrade in what order. So it's honestly a really, really easy optimizer to use, and I'm really glad I started using it, because, you know, 50,000 damage doesn't seem like a lot now, but I mean, that starts to add up. That's every single cycle. On average, I should be doing 50,000 damage more. And then, you know, obviously once we go ahead and upgrade Fuse, because I've been kind of neglecting that, we're going to be doing more than 50,000 damage more every single cycle. So I'm really looking forward to kind of really optimizing my raid attacks and my raid damage. I feel like ever since I've joined a higher clan, I feel like that's been more of a priority for me. As you guys can see, monthly we're currently top 6 all time. We're 34th. So we're a pretty high up there clan, not gonna lie. And I feel like ever since I joined, I've been trying to get as much damage as I possibly can, make sure to follow strat as much as I can, you know, use the right decks to get me the most amount of damage. Whereas with my last clan, it wasn't as much of a priority. You know, here it's like if you mess up, or if you don't do a raid attack, it's like they obviously want you to do all of your attacks, stuff like that. Whereas in my last clan, they never really cared. So it was always just oh well, if I do good, then I do good. If I don't, then I guess who cares. Here it's like I really want to try my hardest and get as much damage as I possibly can, and they've been really, really helpful with you know, telling me kind of what to do and what I should be looking out for and stuff like that. Because really, I'm pretty new to this raid stuff. I'm not gonna lie. There's people that are lower max stage than me that have a higher average damage. I know that. There's people with higher average damage. I know that. And it's because I took so long to actually focus on what decks I should be using, what cards I should be leveling. Because like I said, oh my goodness. Yes, Purifying Blast is in the shop. We're going to go ahead and collect that. That is such a good one. Honestly, the only things that I'm really going to be buying from the dust shop is going to be Purifying Blast, Totem, and VM. Sorry, those are the 3 that I want to be purchasing from the shop. You know, I obviously the dust optimizer, those are the ones, you know, we should be buying Fuse and stuff like that. But honestly, with solo raids and stuff like that, we get enough cards. The only reason why I want to upgrade Purifying Blast, Totem, and stuff like that is because those cards should be a lot higher than all of your other ones, and mine really isn't, to be honest with you. So we got Purifying Blast, which is so hype. We still unfortunately can't do a level, but level 15 is really, really good. I'm happy with that. But as I was saying, like, a lot of people are probably doing higher average damage than me because it took me so long to actually realize what decks I should be using. You know, for so long, I'm sure you guys remember in some of the videos, for so long I was using 4 decks, and those would be the only 4 decks that I would use. I had a Totem deck, so actually this exact Totem deck. I had a Limb deck that I would use. I don't even remember what they were, to be honest with you. I think it was Psychic Chain, Clench Barrage, and what was the other one? Clench Barrage, whatever the case may be. Ancestral Favor. So that was that one, and then there was a head and a torso one, which were really bad. But those would be the only cards that I'd buy from the shop. Those would be the only cards that I would ever upgrade. I didn't ever use VM. You know, I didn't start upgrading VM till not that long ago, maybe a month. I wouldn't even say a month ago, to be honest with you. A couple weeks, probably 3 weeks ago, I started upgrading VM. And VM is already at level 14, which is awesome. I had a lot of cards, and obviously whenever it came in shop, I would purchase it. Now that I'm looking out for it, that's going to be an important one. But I just kind of wanted to use today to kind of go over everything that we've done in terms of raid, because I feel like we've come such a long ways in terms of raid damage, but I kind of wanted to let you guys know about it and let you guys know how I'm doing it. I'll go ahead and leave a link, if I really hope I remember to leave a link to this you know, art, or this dust optimizer down below in the comments. And if you guys want me to make a video on how to use it, I don't know a ton about it, but I'll learn about it and then make a video. If you guys want me to make a video on this dust optimizer, leave a comment down below and I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna have to go and end today's video here. Good luck in all you guys' tournaments. Wish me luck here on trying to push past to try to get first. If not, we're getting third place for sure. But wish me luck, you guys, and hopefully we can go ahead and pull out with this lead. Guys, I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.